Hello everybody. I'm going to start on building a greenhouse for me here at my house, and I'll bring you guys along with me, so stay tuned. Let's watch and see what happens. I'm going to try to make one kind of like one I've seen and see if I can do it. So take you along for the deal. I'll try to do my best to explain what I'm doing and all that the best I can. If I forget, bear with me. I'll try to correct whatever I mess up. Okay? Thank you. Using some old used material to make it with, refurbishing it. It don't have to be just top-notch A1 for me. I'm making it 8 foot wide by 12 foot long, and it'll be a greenhouse where I can grow all my garden stuff and things like that in. Get ready for gardening season. Got to get it built, so get everything laid out here. So I'm ready to start shooting it together, and then probably tomorrow or the next day I'm going to get some block. I'm going to get the framing of the floor put together, and then I'll get some block and get the floor jacked up and put on blocks and leveled, and then we'll start building the walls. It may take a couple sessions of videos to complete, but we're going to try to see what we can do and take you on the journey. So stay with us. Okay, let's see here. This one 8 foot. Put it there. What I got? This is off of an old deck that I tore down off of my niece's house, and she put all new, didn't want to use this stuff, and still good material. I mean, no need of throwing it away. Refurbish it. It'll work good for making our greenhouse. Okay, let's see what we can get here. See if we can get this put together pretty quick. I'll make sure the camera's facing just where you can see. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna shoot the corners together, make my box, and then once I get the outer part put together, I'm gonna put another 2x down the middle, and then I'll joist off of the sides of it and make my flooring. We're gonna shoot all this together. You'll see what I'm talking about. This in. on, and then we'll go up there and get that corner. That one. Let's put this corner together, and we can move it wherever we need to. Got another stump here, trying to cover up and put it underneath it. Okay, now I don't know if that's where I'm going to have it set. I may try to move that away just a little bit, or one way or the other. May move it over this way so I can put my joist in the center, put that kind of in that corner, and that way I can put my floor joist on it. I think I'll move it this direction, put that old stump over here kind of in the corner. It's going to be raised up because I'm going to put block under, 3 block on the outside, on each side, 1 and then 3 down the middle to hold it up and keep it up, get it up off the ground. And but right now I'm going to try to get the framework of it put together, and then I'll go from there and run it like that. And then I don't know, may pull it this way and set it. I think I probably will. I think I'm going to move it over like this. And I can do whatever I need to do to level it once I get my block. Get it moved over here. Let me put my beam across the middle and run my, and I can run where I'm going to run a 2x here. I can run a 2x4 across there and take a saw and kind of carve the top of that deal down. But that's kind of going to be about the size of it, and get it squared up here to where about where I want it. And I can measure inside here. Like maybe 3 inches. Probably have to make. See, I need the beam to go in here. When you measure these, it's 12 foot from here to the outside of the back one. Okay, you won't cut your sideboards exactly 12 foot. You got to allow 1.5 inches on both ends. So it's 3 inches you have to take off to make it where it comes up actually 12 foot. And that way your material, when you buy your material, your material will come out and you don't have a lot of waste. And so that's what we're doing. We're just trying to minimize with what we've got to make it where I don't have a lot of waste of material. And because right now material is really high, so you try to use what you got and try to minimize the waste. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna get a board cut to put in here, and then I think we'll mark. I put a block. I'm gonna put blocks on both sides of it, or on one side of it, so I can shoot in this way and this way in the end of the board. And then I'm gonna put a block in here on one side to shoot it in this way to help hold. It gives it more strength to hold that where it needs to be. And then once I put that beam down through there, then I can take and, because it's 8 foot, I'm making it 8 foot wide. So that way all I have to do is I can buy 8 foot material, or I can buy some 8 foot 3/4 plywood and put on top of it and run it down. I may do that, or I'm not real sure how I'm going to do the floor on it yet. I've got a pile of old material, and just see how it comes, trying to get all this framed up. So just stick with me and we'll see what we can do. I'm going to saw another board. Don't have to buy. What I'll do is I'll put it in here and I'll measure, get my halfway point, put that dead in the center, and then I've got a bunch of short 2x6s that I can run this way to make my floor with, and for stuff to hook to and mount to. So let's see what we got here. Let's find our 4 foot mark. Mark it 4 foot. And then to center your 4 foot in that board, you'll come back, you'll go from your 4 foot mark, go 4 foot mark, go back 3/4 of an inch, and then ahead forward 3/4 of an inch. So 47 1/4, and then make you another mark at 48 3/4. That puts your 4 foot mark right in the center of where you want your 2x to land, so your material falls you can use your material, doesn't fall over too far over it. You can center your board, and you can make 4 foot stuff run all the way down through there. So I'll do it there, and then I'll do it over here on this other end. And you always mark from the same side that you measured up there. So 47 1/4, 48 3/4. And that puts my 2x at center. The center of that 2x. And what I mean by center of the 2x, when I stand that 2x up like that, here, I'll stand up this way. The center of this board will be right at 4 foot. So the center of this board right here will line up with my 4 foot mark. When I shove her down in there, we'll get it shoved in there. I've kind of got a hump of dirt there, but I'll raise it up. It'll be okay. And then we'll move out over these old boards. Some of them are kind of bowed a little bit, but no biggie on the bow, as long as they're pretty straight boards. So we'll get what we can here. I'll put another down through the middle here, because this 2x is what I'm going to put my block under to support the middle of the building, and then I'll put block under the outer edge of the building. And And wherever I put block, I'm gonna add an extra little piece of 2x on the inside, so it helps, got a bigger, wider area to for the block to sit on. So I'll just, like here in this corner, I'll just cut me a little piece of wood and put in here and shoot it to the side of here to make it have a little wider stance point to set on my concrete block. So we'll get this out of there. I have to raise it up just a little bit. Let me see if I got a piece of 2x over here. Use for block it up right. Needs to come up about a 2x width. Put something under here to kind of lift it just a little bit. Now I'm going to take this, square up my board. Okay. Same thing. Like I said, it's this old material that we're using, and it'll work fine for what I'm wanting to use it for. Make this little greenhouse. It's gonna be like a little greenhouse shed. I got the idea, seeing one that when I was helping. Helping my buddy Jesse Wild Boy out. I seen one and I thought, I got a whole bunch of material. I think I can build me one of them. And you know, it helped me and my son. He lives up here behind me. Right there, and I took and you know, me and him, we plant a garden here every year, and my mom and dad, we plant one over there at their house too for my mom and dad, my sister and her husband. So this will make it where I can get all of our plants started growing, and then when it comes time to put them in the ground, we can just take the flats over, plant our stuff, and it doesn't take, you don't have to worry about putting a seed in the ground, waiting on it to you know, wondering if it's going to germinate, or you know, we already have the plant growing, and it'll make it a whole lot easier and a lot quicker to get our gardens going. So I'm going to take and cut me some more blocks. I'm going to put in these corners. I'm going to double up these corners. I want them good and solid. Okay, now let's we have 3 of them here. We'll stick these on the sides of the end here to kind of show you what I was talking about that I'm going to do. And I'll shoot these from the outside, that way, you know, I've got plenty of light here, and I can put 3 or 4 screws in here and shoot it flush here. And this will also help keep my corner together. I got a better spot across the end here. Shot together good so this doesn't come apart. And I'll make it like that. Well, that old board ain't much. There's that. I think I'm gonna get different. Cut them out of. See if I can find some other stuff here that cut some blocks. Mess off the end of it. There we go. Much better. And they don't have to be a certain length. I'm just going to make them about. I'm going to make them about 1 foot long. Just to. Nothing fancy. Just gives it a little more support. Gives it a little more support in the corners, and makes it where it will be you know, a little more stouter in the corners. And then I'm gonna put, and it helps hold the board in place where it doesn't sag on you or anything like that. So I'm gonna get after here. Okay, like I said, it doesn't really matter how it size of it. As long as it helps hold that corner, and it gives me a wider stance for when I put my block underneath it. I've got something a little more wider than just the 2x4 setting on there. There's that. Now, gotta get some more screws. Now you have to go back and get some more. Just gotta. This will get me. I think I got enough to get me done what I'm gonna do today, and then we'll come back on it and keep ends in. Let me get this turned where you can see. I don't know where I'm at here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you can see me. There we go. Yeah, I'll get these others put in on here where I want these to set. Okay, this other one put in. Go. It's got that. Now all I got to do is get my block, and we'll get floor joists and stuff cut, and we'll get a floor put on it. Once we get the block under it and get it leveled, I'll have to go pick up some block. I didn't know how many or how big I was going to make it until I built the framing, the floor framing, and that way I'll know how many block to go get and how high I want to raise it. So I need to get 9 block. That'll pick me up. I'm gonna go with 4-inch solid concrete blocks. So I need to pick up 9 of them, and I'll go pick them up in the morning. It's too late to go. I'll drive all the way into town to get them today. So we'll kind of give you an idea on how I'm gonna do them floor joists, and then I'm gonna block underneath the center to support it. But I'm just using what material I got. I got a bunch of short stuff, so I'm gonna make my deals that way, and then I'm gonna run 12-foot 5/4 down the top of it for the floor, and have it where it's all got a wood floor on it. and look pretty good. But this is how I'm gonna do it for now. I'm just kind of sticking some floor joists in there, for short ones in there for now. I'm not filling it all in. I'm just kind of doing this and starting to get gonna be dark on me here for long. So I'm gonna try to put these two in the center, and then try to put one in down here, because I got to carve out on that stump to get that one to go down flush. So I'll get those two put in, and I'm putting a block on the inside so I can shoot in it this way and this way, so it helps, you know, support it not just having screws on the outside holding it. It's got screws and a block on the inside holding it too. So just kind of watch with me. Square to put up against it to hold it right on that line where my, you know, I'm straight up and down. And I'm kind of offsetting these to where they're not all on the same side. So I put one on this other side and shoot them both directions. Do the same thing. Put the square up there. These blocks right up against that square. Flush them down just a little bit below so they don't stick up and affect my floor. Now that I got them on there, I'm going to take my 2x and set in here. Hold that end up. We're getting splinters. I'll shoot one in from this outside so it pulls this board in against there. So flush up against there. And that silly thing moved. Guess I'm gonna have to shoot. There we go. Hold her up. Shoot her in there. One in the bottom. thing over here on this other side. Over here and do same thing on this side. There'll be another joist go in between there, so don't think I'm spreading them that far. I'm just trying to put something in the middle to kind of help hold the center of this so it don't, this board in the center doesn't sag down too bad on me. And I'm gonna try to put some wood under there and block it for now, and to hold it so it doesn't sag, because I've got to go get to might have to go get some more screws, and I got to get some block to put under it. So as soon as I can get them in, then I can go ahead and put the rest of my floor joists in. I got to get this stump notch cut through that stump so that 2x will sit down in there like it should. So we got a long process of doing this. I'm doing it by myself, so it may take me a few days of getting it before I get it out on video, but I'll try to do it step by step as I go. And you know, some of it may speed through and get, you know, so I don't bore you. We'll try to get it where it's a little easier. Old boy flying by on a motorcycle. You think out here, living out here in the country, you wouldn't have as much traffic running up down this old road. Man, they just fly up down this old road around here. It's crazy. see what I can come piece one in, and then I think we're going to call it a night. We'll be back with you when I come back and get started back on it. So